Hi everyone, in this video we're going to look at how we can use the tool Metacello to load external packages inside your FAR environment. So the package we're going to look at is called Container Stack, and it basically consists of a stack implementation, so with push, size, top and pop operations, so a really simple stack implementation. And you can see under the paragraph loading that you'll have a piece of code that's calling Metacello along with the baseline and repository arguments. So we're going to look into the baseline a bit later on, but if we look at the repository, it's basically this URL slightly modified. Let's just try to copy this into our FAR environment. So we've got our FAR environment, system browser opened. We're going to look for containers. So we have the definition of containers, ring. If we go into FAR tools, then playground, we can paste the code I just copied. And then if we execute it, so Command D, we can see that it's loading everything, and we can now see those three new packages. So basically we have the container stack, where there is the actual implementation of a stack, then a test package, which we can check if it's green. It is, great. And we've got a baseline of the container stack. So this was what I was talking about. So basically, baselines are classes which only have one method called baseline, and that will specify which packages every package in your actual project will need in order to work correctly. So here we can see that we've got a spec package for the container stack test that requires the actual container stack in order to work. So it's a really simple baseline, but this will help you specify how your project will work all together. And we can see, if we go back to the GitHub page, that if you want to depend on it, so basically if you want to use container stack in a bigger project, you can use the spec baseline container stack with spec repository. So this is something you have to include in your baseline in order to deepen this project here. So we learn how to use Metacello in order to load a GitHub repository with a baseline. And so the baseline is something that specifies what your project needs in terms of dependencies in order to load correctly.